Hello student, most welcome to all of you in Narayan biology classes and in student. In this video lecture we study about the reproduction in organism, and this is the first chapter of class 12th biology group CBSE board, and in this chapter we study about the different type of mode of mutation which is shown by different type of organism. So student, first of all you subscribe the channel, like the video and share in most study group. Your like is encourage for me to make more video of biology lectures. So like is must necessary. First of all you like the video, subscribe the channel. If you subscribe the channel, then any video uploaded on my channel, then you get notifications, and share the video that the view of this video increases, and if the view of this video increases, then I will make another video of biology subject. So let's student start the chapter reproduction in organism. So first of all we want to know that what is the reproduction. So student, reproduction is the process in which organism produce young one or offspring similar to itself. It means that the reproduction is a process in which any living organism give young one of its own kind. Means that if a cat is reproduced, then the child of cat is child, not puppy. If a horse is reproduced, then the child of your newborn baby offspring of horse is horse, not elephant. So reproduction is a process in which organism give new organism of its own kind, not different kinds. Same species reproduce with each other and produce same kind of organism. Means dog reproduce with each other, but never dog and cat reproduce with each other. It is possible to cross with each other by the biological method, but it is not possible that cat reproduce with dogs, because reproduction is always occurring same species. So after reproduction, new individuals is formed, and that new individuals grow, become young, and after some time they become old and die. So the period from birth to natural death. of organism is called life span. So lifespan is the period in which new organism born, grow, young one, old one, and after some time they attain the old age and die. That period of time from birth to the death is called lifespan. Student, no individual on the earth's surface is immortal. Immortal means if an individual born on the earth's surface, then after a certain period of time die. So no individual on the earth's surface is immortal except unicellular organism. Because unicellular organisms have no natural death. Why? What is the reason? Because unicellular organisms have no natural death. In unicellular organism, student, like amoeba. Amoeba is the unicellular organism. They are made up of only one cell. So amoeba, when divide, during this process, all the cytoplasmic content of amoeba divided into two new individuals, and also further, if the division of that cell takes place, then also the cytoplasmic contents of this amoeba is go in another cell. So in this process, one cell is divided into 4 cells, but their cytoplasmic content in cell, because it's so asexual reproductions, and in amoeba and other unicellular organisms, their cell division is a type of reproduction. So that is why amoeba is known as mortal and unicellular organism is known as mortal. Except this, all the organisms present on the earth's surface is called immortals. On the basis of participant of the individual in process of producing new individuals, reproduction is 2 types. If single individual are able to give offspring, then such type of reproduction is known as asexual reproduction. While when 2 individuals are involved to produce offspring, then such type of reproduction is known as sexual reproduction. Now student, we study about the asexual reproduction. What is the asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction is defined as when single individual are able to give rise new offspring of its own kind, then such type of reproduction is known as asexual reproduction. let's study about the asexual reproduction. What is the asexual reproduction and how it takes place? In asexual reproductions, single parent give rise offsprings. And asexual reproduction mostly occur in unicellular organism and simple type of plant and animals. The individuals or offspring which form after the asexual reproduction is known as clone. Why it is known as clone? Because the cell division which takes place in sexual reproduction is the mitosis, and as a result of mitosis, same number of chromosomes transfer in the offspring, and due to this reason, the individual which formed by this asexual reproduction is morphologically and genetically similar to their parent. That is why such type of individual is known as clones. Now we study about the types of asexual reproductions. Type of asexual reproductions. Asexual reproductions are three types. One is the fission, another is the budding, and third one is the vegetative propagation. Further, fission is divided into two groups. One is the binary fission and another is the multiple fission. This is the division, a type of asexual reproduction. So now we study about the asexual reproduction in organism. Asexual reproduction type is first is the binary fission. In the binary fission means fission. In the fission, a single parent divides and form two or more than two new individuals. Binary fission occur in Protista and Monera, and both Protista and Monera kingdom includes single cell organism. Binary fission means fissions, not binary fission. Fission is two types. One is the binary fissions and another is the multiple fission. Now students, we want to know what is the binary fission. So in binary fissions, the parent cell is divided into two new individual of or offspring cell. Binary fission occur in amoeba and paramecium. While in case of multiple fissions, parent cell divided into many individual means give rise into many offspring, and multiple fission occur in Plasmodium and amoeba. So amoeba is the individual in which binary fission as well as multiple fissions takes place. Student, now we try to understand binary fissions with the help of diagram. Let's student, we want to try with the help of diagram. This diagram is the amoeba cell diagram, and this diagram indicates parent cells. Before divisions, the parent cells lose their pseudopodia. They lose their pseudopodia. And what is the pseudopodia? Pseudopodia is considered as false sheet in amoeba because it helps in the movement of amoeba. So parent cells, before going to the fission, lose their pseudopodia and become roughly round in structures. After that, their nucleus is divided into two nucleus, and then after, their cytoplasm is also divided into two cytoplasm, and lastly one cell divided into two cells. This is the process of binary fission in amoeba. Same type of binary fission takes place in parameciums. So before division of paramecium, their nucleus is divided into two nucleus, and after that their cytoplasm is also divided into two different cytoplasm, and with this process one paramecium is divided into two paramecium. What happened in multiple fissions? So multiple fission occur in amoeba and plasmodium. So we first try to understand how multiple fission occur in plasmodium. Plasmodium is the protista, and it is responsible for development of malaria disease in organism, means animals. This is the structure of plasmodium, and in multiple fission their nucleus divided multiple times to give rise many nucleus, and around this nucleus some amount of cytoplasm is collected and form many spores. After the maturity of these spores, the wall of this organism is break and all the spores are released in the blood. Same type of reproduction is occurring in also amoeba. Their nucleus is divided multiple times, and around this nucleus is some amount of cytoplasm and cell membrane is formed, and all these nucleus now behave as in new amoeba. Now we study that actually